My question is about the current opioid crisis that's currently causing a lot of devastation in this country. In response to the crisis, which has gotten a lot of attention in the past year, and in the Republican primaries, for example, we're starting to see a rollback of mandatory minimum sentencing laws, and we're starting to see an unprecedented investment into drug treatment and rehabilitation centers around the country. And my question to you is, why do you think that our nation's response to this particular crisis is so dramatically different from our nation's response to the crack epidemic of the 80s?
So the heroin crisis, sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it's a lot going. So, so the truth is that the crack epidemic of the 1980s, the response was largely built into the legislation at the time, that the crackdown was built into the legislation by a lot of actually black Democrat members of Congress who wanted harsher sentencing for crack because they thought it was ravaging their communities. In the time since then, all drug cases have now been looked at more liberally. So if you were convicted in 1985, chances are you were going to get a much longer sentence than you would today under the exact same laws, although there are still mandatory minimums. By the way, the sentence people think it's a race thing because heroin is a white people drug, basically, in Vermont, and crack cocaine is a black people drug, supposedly. And the criminal statistics bear this out. But if you want to take like an actual equivalent that's a little bit more, that's a little bit less apples and oranges, the best equivalent is crystal meth versus crack. So crystal meth sentences, because they're about equally addictive and they can be distributed nearly as easily. So the fact is the crystal meth sentences, for example, for an ounce of crystal meth are exactly the same, federally anyway, as the sentences for an ounce of crack cocaine. Those are exactly equal.